Walter, the world hates you, the world loves you. Some worship you as a confident Chad drug lord, while others despise you as a homicidal lunatic. This is the first ever interview you've done, and thus, with such intrigue around your life, I intend to ask you the questions everyone wants to know. Firstly, where did it all start?
I was born in Minnesota and grew up in Massachusetts, but that's not what you meant, was it? Well, Joe, it all started with a cancer diagnosis. I was faced with death and had to find a way to protect my family's future. So I started cooking meth. I just had to. Smoking marijuana, eating Cheetos, and masturbating do not constitute plans in my book. I had to make my own plan. So my former student Jesse Pinkman and I became chefs of happiness.
That's definitely an unconventional approach to securing your family's financial future. What made you choose methamphetamine?
Methamphetamine is a highly addictive drug that commands a high price on the black market. It's also relatively easy to make if you have the right knowledge and equipment.
It sounds like you really knew what you were doing. Were you always interested in chemistry?
Absolutely. I've always had a passion for chemistry, but I ended up teaching high school because it was a stable job with good benefits. Cooking meth allowed me to finally use my skills in a way that was financially lucrative.
How much were you paid as a teacher?
They paid me a shitty $30K, chemotherapy cost $30K for 2 months. I just didn't have enough money. Selling meth, I started my first month off with $200K in profits. It was history ever since. In my last official month, I did $30 million in sales.
You must have faced some pretty dangerous situations during your time as a meth cook. Can you tell us about one of the most intense moments?
There were a lot of intense moments, but one that stands out was when we were being held captive by a drug cartel. They were going to kill us, but I managed to create a distraction by rigging up a homemade explosive out of chemicals and a wire. We were able to escape, but it was a close call. But I don't squirm in the face of danger. I am the danger.
That's incredible. You really are a master of chemistry. But at what point did you realize that your actions were causing harm to others?
It took me a while to realize the full extent of the damage I was causing. At first, I convinced myself that I was just providing a service to people who wanted to buy drugs. But as things spiraled out of control, I started to see the impact on the people around me, including my own family. I became insensitive to the pain, though. I saw it, but I didn't feel it, and I just became more of a monster. But I liked it. I couldn't stop.
It sounds like you had a pretty intense moral journey throughout your time as a meth cook. Looking back on it all now, what do you think was the biggest lesson you learned?
I think the biggest lesson I learned was that I am the one who knocks.
All right, that's it for our interview with notorious drug kingpin Walter White. Make sure to smash that subscribe button and like this video for more banger interviews. Comment down below who I should interview next.